Barber-made hair products. Over the years, I've found Barber-made products to have a distinct advantage over others in the product community, and today we're going to find out if that trend continues with the matte pomade from Samsons. What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about Samson's hair care. Like I mentioned a second ago, this is a Barber-owned, home-brewed brand out of Michigan. And like I said, I've always found Barber-owned brands very interesting because they usually make products that meet the needs of the people in their chairs. And in turn, I do think a lot of them do perform a little bit better than some of others. I'm not, saying that they're the best or anything's the best or anything's better than anything else. I'm just saying that I have noticed a distinct advantage over Barber-made products, and I think it makes perfect sense. On top of that, this line is a homebrewed line, so it really wasn't hard for this to pique my attention. And for those of you that have never heard of this brand, this is operated by Jake, who's a barber, and business partner Adam, and according to their site, they spent about a year or so on this one product. And for those wondering, the name Samson, there is a biblical reference, which I think is actually pretty genius if you think about it. Samson, his strength, his hair, strong product, it all kind of ties together nicely, and I just find that very cool. But today we're going to check this out, and really we're going to see if this lives up to its name or not. According to the brand, the Samson hair pomade is a water-based, not water-soluble, small batch pomade that features natural ingredients, all-day hold, a matte finish, and a classic barbershop scent. Once again, this is Barber-made through and through, and size and price-wise, we're looking at $18 US for a 4-ounce tin. Looking close at this one, we got kind of a peculiar looking product here. Visibly, it looks kind of like a few things we have seen from brands like Flagship or something like that, but actually scooping into it, you can see how smooth this stuff is. I actually love the consistency personally. It's smooth, it's a bit sticky, and it breaks down very easily in the hand here. One thing that I thought was pretty cool about this product too personally was the fact that it actually says on the tin to use this in small amounts with dry hair, and let's be honest, I was probably going to do it in dry hair anyway, but as a dry hair advocate, it's nice to sometimes see it listed there. That way there's no confusion based on damp hair or dry hair or how it's supposed to be used. Like I said, I probably would have used this on dry hair anyway, so let's just jump into that and see how it worked out. As I apply this stuff to my dry hair, I do get very little pushback from the product. It actually glides through my hair really nicely, and of course, my hair has nothing else present in it. No pre-stylers, no oils, no sprays, nothing else is added, so that I can show you just what this product can do by itself. And applying it is super easy. Like I said, it's got a nice thick presence in there, but it's very slick too, which makes it really easy to apply. It does have some minor stickiness too, which makes it clear to me that balance was the goal here. Balance between stickiness and control, so the hair can be easily manipulated and then supported with a good helping of visible hold. On top of that, it's so slick that a comb goes through it like butter, really. And on top of that, you got a really nice helping of volume. Yes, there is a bit of shine there too, but it's not too bad. It's not fully matte though. I mean, I really want to make that clear. I don't really see a matte finish yet. The biggest thing I see here though is that it's just really easy to style with. You can finger comb it if you want to, or you can take your comb and polish it up, and for me that's awesome. I mean, really, we all know how I love options when it comes to products like this, and really easily I could go full polished or messy, or a personal favorite of mine, a combination of both. Moving straight along into the endurance here, this is 4 hours in, and honestly I don't really see too much of a difference here. That gleam is still there. It's not dry really in the least, so it's really hard to see a change from the final style here at all. I wouldn't really call it deflated. I still think it's got full power, and at 8 hours in, even at 98-degree heat, this doesn't really look much different to me. You might be able to argue that it did loosen up there a bit, but when I run my fingers through it, I really don't see a whole lot of loss and hold, which I think is incredible. It's still got all that power in there, all that hold, and it feels like it could easily go a whole nother 8 hours at this point. Now, as far as the washout goes, if you remember, I said this one was water-based but not water-soluble. This was something the brand pointed out to me, and I see it on their site too, and what it means is it's not a water rinse or an easy washout, and it's not meant to be, which really is good with me. I mean, not everything needs to be a water rinse, and really you shouldn't fear stuff like this, because what this does offer, because of the fact that it doesn't, you know, rinse out with just water, what this offers you is full restyle during the next day, which this stuff really offered up. I mean, we're talking like at least 85–90% hold during the next day, which I thought was pretty freaking cool. And when it did come time to get the product out, though, I did just use my heavy cleanser from the Groomed Man Co., pulled it straight out, one wash. I mean, without the conditioner method too. So for me, technically, that still qualifies as easy. It's not a water rinse, but one shampoo, I mean, for me, that still qualifies as easy, but I did want to fully explain all of that based on what I saw. Now, when it comes to the scent, on their site, it actually says classic barbershop scent, but this is not the same old barbershop scent that we've seen a million times done over and over and over. And personally, I love that it's not the same barbershop scent that we've seen over and over again, because one, I actually don't really like that version of the barbershop scent really at all, and two, I just think it's really overdone. This is nothing like that at all. This is really fresh. It's really smooth. This actually reminds me of an actual barbershop. You know, that barbershop scent, I don't understand. That one kind of reminds me of like baby powder or like a baby oil or something like that. I never understood why they call it barbershop to begin with. This is more barbershop-ish to me. I mean, when I smell it, there's a lot of different things going on there. I don't actually have all the notes. I think they want to keep it secret. I personally get a little bit of sandalwood in there when I smell it. I know there's a bunch of other stuff going on there too, but I get like a musky smell, maybe a little sandalwood in there. You can smell it really well in the hair. That might be something you guys enjoy. Maybe some of you won't enjoy the fact that you can get a nice whiff of it when it's in your hair. For me, it really wasn't a big deal because, again, I love the scent, so I didn't mind the fact that I could smell it when it was in my hair. It smells like a good cologne to me, so I really enjoyed that a lot. In the end here, though, I think the strengths of this pomade lie within its performance, its styling, and its consistency. I mean, it's got a killer scoop and breakdown. It's really smooth. The consistency is just really pleasing, and then the styling ability, it's super easy to style. It goes through the hair like nothing, responds to the comb like they're best friends, and then it practically styles itself with that volume and the versatile styling. I just really enjoyed that. And beyond that, you have that endurance. I mean, this has marathon hold strength for sure. And I think all of that together just made this product work really well in my hair. And for that hold, they call it all day hold. I think that's like their tagline, all day hold. But I also know that makes it a little hard to gauge the actual hold strength for you guys that are looking to use that to determine whether you want to try this or not. So for me, I would say that for sure it's based on how much you use. The hold is based on how much you use. But what I saw here is I could easily achieve a firm hold out of this with 2 to 3 scoops and a solid medium out of it with just 1 to 2 scoops. And because you can customize that hold strength and it also provides a nice balance of control and hold, I would for sure say that this is great for all hair types. And really that makes perfect sense to me when you think about it. I mean, it's Barber designed and made. I mean, a barber would ideally want a product that would work for anyone that hops into his chair. I mean, I think that's for sure what they made here. It wouldn't make sense to make a product as a barber for one hair type because you're not serving one hair type in your barber chair. You're serving everyone. So you're going to make it your goal to serve everyone with your product, and I absolutely think that that's what they have here. My only piece of criticism really would lie within the finish. I didn't quite fully see a matte finish there. I do think it had more of a gleam, a low shine there, if you will, but I didn't really mind it, to be honest. I mean, the volume was solid, the shape was nice, and I mean, it held up for so freaking long. I mean, all of those things kind of outweigh that, you know, low shine matte finish thing for me. I mean, yeah, the matte finish wasn't quite there, so I mean, you can take that for what you will. You guys can judge it based on that. But for me, there was a lot of other things there that I personally enjoyed that kind of outweighs the fact that the matte finish wasn't quite there for me. In the end, as usual, it will be up to you guys to decide, though, what you think. And if you would like to check out Samson's Hair Care, I will have a link and a nice little discount in the description there if you guys are interested in checking them out. That is it though for this one. Thank you very much for stopping by the channel today and checking out this review with me. Make sure you help me out with the usual stuff like commenting, subscribing, liking this video. It's a huge help. Thank you in advance for doing that. And as always, I will be back with you guys again right here very soon. And until then, you guys take it easy. I'll see you next time.